There might be a jail here.
Whoa, for real? You can really tell just off that, huh?
Are you sure, Sophia?
I think so. I can't pinpoint it yet, and that may be because of the distance. But this feels the same as Shibuya.
Alright then, we're heading to Sendai. We shouldn't be too much longer.
I've never been to Sendai, but then again, I've only been, well, actually, I've been to a few places in Japan. I've been to Tokyo, Kyoto, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, that kind of, like, south part of Japan. Haven't been to Sendai.
Well, Sophia, can you smell the jail?
Yes, I'm sure of it. There's a jail somewhere in this city.
Also, welcome back. Last time, we were on the road, and we found out that there is a jail in Sendai, which just happens to be where all of us want to go, but for very different reasons.
So there really are more jails besides the one in Shibuya?
If there's a jail, then something rotten's going on around town.
You're right. We'll need to look into that first.
And how are we supposed to do that? Sendai's a pretty big city after all.
We could check some more of the popular sightseeing spots. We might hear something if there's people around.
Well, any excuse for Yusuke to visit the castle.
Great thinking. And what's more, we're right here in Mount Aoba Park, home to the statue of Lord Masamune.
Dude, you can check out the statue tomorrow. I'm starving.
Excuse me? There's no guarantee the statue will still be here come sunrise.
Yusuke, do you think that just like statue smashers just go around Japan breaking historical objects every day?
A trip is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Once you've set a plan, you must act on it without delay.
Although, I mean, you know, honestly, this does give me flashbacks because I was lucky enough to see Notre Dame Cathedral before it burned down.
There he goes. I'll never understand that logic of his.
By the way, Mako-chan, did you find out if it's okay for us to sleep in the car tonight?
Yes, I actually just got confirmation. At least we won't have to worry about finding a place to sleep.
Yeah, I think some, like, caravan parks have weird rules on things like that.
And it looks like there are lots of sightseers here, so we should have plenty of chances to ask around.
Should we check out the statue? It's only a short walk from here, right?
It's close. Very close.
Then let us depart. Lord Masamune awaits.
I can see why Yusuke would be a fan of him. But I love this song so much. I have been looking forward to this because, yes, we get to explore places in Japan apart from Tokyo as the Phantom Thieves. I love this. We have different towns we can go to. So, welcome to Sendai. And this is why I saved up a whole bunch of money, because there's a whole bunch of new shops here, and I can't even really begin to try and think about which one to go first. It looks like we can't even use that shop yet.
Let's go.
Yeah, it looks like we're stuck going to the statue. Can we even use the vending machines? There's a vending machine down here. Okay, that's a taxi, not a police car. How dare you keep me from vending machines, Plot? I will have my revenge. I guess the only way to get revenge on Plot is skipping cutscenes. But anyway, yeah, let's go to the Date Masamune statue. I will peruse the local delicacies eventually. Well, now I have become Yusuke.
Oh, so this is it! This is that Masamune statue Inari was going on and on about.
In an alternate universe that never came to be, all of you were in front of the King Kamehameha statue in Hawaii.
He looks so cool. I bet he'd be cutting down shadows left and right if he were in a jail with us.
Sadly, there is no Masamune persona. I kind of wish there was. Also, if you look closely, so Date Masamune's helmet is what inspired Darth Vader's helmet in Star Wars.
Such remarkable craftsmanship. It's truly the one-eyed dragon in all his glory.
One-Eyed Dragon is such a cool title. I wonder if the whole Sengoku Generals thing, if that's why, like, Japan loves giving characters really dramatic titles in video games. It's so cool, just like Mad Scientist.
Indeed. I should have expected as much from such an icon. We must come back during the day and...
The hell? What's all this about?
Prince of Nightmares, Volume 1. 20th reissue celebration?
And yes, the katakana there does say Prince of Nightmare.
Reissue celebration? So they're promoting a book? I doubt they got permission to do this. Maybe it's some kind of prank.
Yeah, normally you don't really promote this kind of thing over a historical site.
What a reprehensible miscreant, putting up such tasteless flyers for their own gain.
Let's take them down. That's better.
Well, you happy, Yusuke?
Yes, now that I've seen the great Masamune. My apologies for taking so much of everyone's time. Let's move on.
Alright, that's one item off the list. Next up, Beef Tongue City.
That sounds really weird out of context.
Let's see if these local flavors are enough to impress a sophisticated palate like mine.
Oh, sorry. It might be hard to get in if we bring a cat along.
What?
Oh, oops.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of true.
Holy shit! Is this for real?
Yet more evidence of Max Mittelman being a god-tier voice actor.
This meat is so thick, so soft. Damn, that's good.
Ryuji, cut it out! You're spitting all over me!
I think Yusuke's crying over here.
He's broken worse than Zenkichi.
I don't even want to know what his regular diet is like if this is enough to make him cry. Either way, food's delicious.
Hey, let me have some too.
I swear, you are the noisiest cat on the planet. Ask him to split some with you. You heard the dude? Too bad. Just gotta make do with the smell.
I mean, at least we offered later.
Don't be such a pig. I'm hungry too, you know.
Not so loud, you idiot!
Is that a cat I hear?
Oh shit!
Am I hearing things? I could have sworn I heard a cat.
Oh, nope. Not a real cat, at least. We were just practicing our cat sounds.
That sounds even weirder.
Right, Ryuji?
Meow?
Doesn't Sonic do that in the movie? Also this, yet more amazing options.
Oh, come on. You're not fooling anyone. Sounds to me like he's in the bag of the gentleman with the glasses. Oh, that's sweet. Are you going to share? You and your cat should partake in the finest beef tongue this restaurant has to offer.
Not too loud.
What? Jay, not so loud!
Or, you know, I'm in sync with Ryuji this episode.
Oops. Sorry. You're right. If you get thrown out, then no more beef tongue. By the way, is this your first time having Sendai beef tongue? I should tell you, the oxtail soup's to die for.
So what parts of cow aren't in the dishes here?
Did you know oxtail soup is packed with collagen? A lot of people seem to think it's good for your skin.
Well, at the very least, it's not made of quote-unquote all the gross parts of the cow, like the hooves and stuff. Actual McDonald's ad from my childhood.
They say it's not as effective when ingested, but there's a fair number of reports that suggest otherwise. Human cognition can be quite misleading. You may think you feel a change when none has occurred. This is the placebo effect, and
Yo, dude, she's just going on and on.
Hang on. Person with a portrait approached us and started talking about cognition. Yeah, I'm sure she's not going to be important later. No, not at all.
She even notice us talking right now?
This overwhelming onslaught of pointless info. We got ourselves a nerd, ladies and gentlemen.
I wonder if Futaba is recognizing a fellow on the spectrum person here.
Sorry about, the bag thing.
huh? What? Oh, you mean the cat? Don't worry. I won't tell the staff or anything. By the way, are you all students?
Some of us are ex-students. Most of us still are.
If I had to guess, I'd say you're in high school, right? So you'll be taking your college exam soon. Have you decided where you'll apply?
Oh boy, yeah, Joker really should be thinking about that right now.
Oh, forgive me. I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Kuani Jinose. I work as a researcher over at Toho University.
That name rings a bell because I'm pretty sure there is an Ichinose in, as a major role in the credits of most Pokemon games.
Hey, you guys should come check out the campus. mountains, but it's a lot of fun. Lots of bears this season, too.
No thanks.
The bears?
Oh, you know, we kind of got something going on already, so we don't exactly got the time.
Yeah, call Akihiko if you want to wrestle bears.
I see. Yes, well, it's important that you do what you want while you're still young. Allow me to impart a little treat till next we meet.
Huh.
Sure?
Mysterious person in a lab coat with a portrait who talks about cognition and gives us candy. Why am I getting flashbacks? But no, she's definitely not going to be important at all.
Well then, I've had my fill of beef tongue, so it's probably best if I get going. Farewell, young ones!
So, she was weirdly energetic, huh?
Well, thankfully, we avoided getting in trouble. We should be grateful she didn't tell on us.
Sorry, that was my fault.
Nah, I got carried away too.
Look, Ryuji and Morgana mutually apologizing and not getting mad at each other about it.
Sorry, Mona-chan. We'll buy you some sasa kamaboko later.
You mean the fish cake on the skewers with that nice layer of char on top? Oh, I can't wait!
And now I want Japanese food.
Nice! Oh my gosh!
Oh, his latest work was just perfect. I was up all night reading it. 2 nights in a row, if you can believe that. Speaking of which, I read in a magazine interview that he's going to be at the station today. There's no way I'm missing that.
Alright, let's finish eating. And quietly this time.
And that conversation also isn't going to be important later.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know, maybe I should try beef tongue someday. I used to not like sushi, it's weird, I used to not like Japanese food at all. And then I tried it once and I was like, why have I not tried this before?
Whew, I'm stuffed.
The same thing also happened with like raw fish sushi, because I used to only have cooked fish sushi, and then I tried raw tuna once and I'm like, okay, this tastes the exact same as cooked tuna.
How you can eat 5 bowls of rice is beyond me. Is your stomach a black hole or something?
Are you calling him a dust noir?
Look, if they're offering free refills, then you can bet I'm ordering them.
Indeed. You can eat the first bowl and focus exclusively on the glistening of the meat. Then the aroma on the next, and so on.
Pretty sure that's just you.
Well, I will say the food here certainly is delicious.
Yeah! Good job, Sophia!
It was, as they say, a piece of cake.
And now I'm thinking of Sonic again, because isn't I think it's the B-Rank quote, too easy, piece of cake. Actually, wait, no, is that Smash? I think it's both, actually.
Guess we should leave where we eat up to Sophia now, huh? What's going on over there?
Natsume-san, your latest issue was just amazing as always!
Natsume-san, over here! Can you please sign my copy?
Thank you for all your support. Whoa, hold on now. Only 1 autograph per person, please. Oh, my apologies, but could the men please go to the back of the line? Ladies first, you see.
Okay, my asshole radar has already started spiking.
What the hell's that?
He looks pretty popular. I heard that woman say latest book. Does that mean he's a writer?
And we saw posters put up where they shouldn't be.
Oh. Hello there. Are you looking for an autograph as well? Or perhaps a handshake?
Oh, she'll give you a handshake, all right, with her axe.
Huh?
Oh, how terribly rude of me to keep such lovely fans waiting. Please, accept this as a token of my apology, yes? Don't worry, I've already signed it.
Oh no, it's a younger Gilderoy Lockhart, isn't it?
Okay.
Listen, we were just passing by.
Ah, is that so? It seems I got a little ahead of myself.
Prince of Nightmares by Ango Natsume.
Yep, that was the thing we saw ads for.
Yours truly, Ango Natsume. It's a pleasure.
And, yes, that is Male Byleth, or at least Male Byleth's second voice actor playing this guy. Here's the thing, I would say this is playing against type, and this is like the most non-heroic, biggest jerk that Zack has ever played. But then I played Yakuza Like a Dragon, and let's just say, no, that statement is very wrong.
Prince of Nightmares. That's the name from those flyers on the Masamune statue.
My flyers on Masamune's statue? Ah, I think I know what happened. That's most likely the work of some of my more zealous fans. I appreciate them promoting my work, but it appears they went overboard somewhat. Honestly, they can be a real handful sometimes. Allow me to apologize on their behalf. In exchange, allow me to offer you a kiss.
Again, axe handshake coming right at you.
Yo, back off, dude. Can't you see you're making her uncomfortable?
Nice one, Ryuji. Double team.
And who are you supposed to be? I believe I was addressing these lovely young ladies here. I thank you not to interrupt.
Well, I'm sorry, but I think the correct expression here is, I can't overlook this.
Sorry, but they're with us. Got a problem, you can always talk to me.
Do you seriously think you can get away with speaking to me like that? My, this one's got some backbone, doesn't he?
Seriously, we've defied way worse than you.
Mr. Natsume, we need to get moving soon.
Well then, it seems I must be going. I've a magazine interview to get to. To all those who have read my book, I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Natsume! I love you!
I love that the name tag here is just delusional fan.
Oh, it's just so dreamy. I'll have to buy 10 more copies tomorrow to show him just how much I care.
And so, the balance of the universe, we had the male simps in the previous arc, and now we have female simps.
Who was that man?
I don't know if he was some local big shot or whatever, but he sure was pissing me off.
He was a strange one for sure. But the people around him seemed really happy. Why was that?
Because they're dumb.
Probably because they're a bunch of weirdos.
Or that.
I must agree. He wasn't at all deserving of such praise, even in the form of flattery.
Are you alright, Haru?
Mm-hmm. I was just a little surprised is all.
How'd a jerk like him get so popular? Ugh, doesn't make any sense.
I mean, everyone we've dealt with has been a jerk who's popular. It's just kind of a thing that happens. That almost just reminds me about how, like, the live action remake of Beauty and the Beast tried to give Gaston this elaborate war veteran backstory to explain why he was popular, and you didn't need to do that. Like, he's just a jerk who's popular. Like, you don't need more than that.
There might be something else going on here. He could even be changing people's hearts.
You mean, he's the monarch of the Sendai jail?
And now I'm trying to picture what Gaston's palace would look like, and it would probably be pretty interesting.
It's just one possibility.
No, I think you might be onto something. If he's the monarch, then everything else totally makes sense.
Yeah, the fact that fans plastered stuff everywhere, the fact they're buying 10 copies, but we don't want to jump to conclusions. I mean, he could just be a jerk.
Perf. I got my laptop back at the RV. Should be able to dig something up from there.
And here we are. I mean, we've got people talking about him already, so it still kind of implies something's going on. However, yeah, I really want to explore around here because, oh look, there's a Velvet Room icon on our map. That doesn't imply anything at all. But yeah, we can't really do much right now. How fitting that we got the Haru transition there. I like how there are transitions for like the whole party, not just Joker. Are we actually in range for vending machines now? Are we? Yes, we can buy vending machines. Unfortunately, there's no SP drink, so these are not my kind of vending machine. So, I'm sorry, but my vending machine addiction will not continue now.
Let's go.
Yeah, am I allowed to access this shop yet?
Let's go.
Nope, okay. There's a reason why I want to access this shop, but we'll get to it in a moment. I still love the Sendai music, though. Also, you are able to save now. As we're in the middle of a big bunch of plot, it's probably a good idea if you save.
Alright, let's go over what we know so far.
I'm very jealous of that fan near Futaba right now.
Sophia, you can confirm there's a jail here, correct?
The smell got a lot stronger once we entered the city. So yes, I'm sure of it.
And the man we met earlier, his name was Ango Natsume?
I just did a quick search on him. Here's what came up. Ango Natsume, grandson to renowned writer Sogo Natsume. Currently a successful light novel author.
Oh no, okay, right, that's red flag number 50.
Says the guy kicked off his career with his debut work, Prince of Nightmares, which won the grand prize in the Sokaisha Awards. This thing's selling stupidly well. It sold 1 million copies alone.
1 million? That's kinda nuts, right?
Yeah, for someone's debut to hit numbers like that is nothing short of a miracle.
I checked social media, and, well, this whole thing is kind of bizarre.
Like, is this like a Velma situation and people, like, hate buying it, or...?
Natsume's fans are probably going on some kind of rampage, right? There's a rumor that some people got beat within an inch of their lives, just because they were sort of dressed like Natsume's characters.
Right. The worst part is that no one stepped in to stop them. In fact, the attackers were praised for what they did.
These are likely the same kinds of people who defile Masamune's statue with flyers. They clearly lack self-restraint.
The fans at the station seemed really passionate too. It was almost like they were part of a cult.
See, again, the thing is, this does happen often with celebrities, so I don't know. But the, not, praising people who attack cosplayers, that's new.
I'm checking some of the online forums, and it looks like there's about 100 threads created about this dude almost every day. And they're all positive. Not only that, but all of these IP addresses are from Sendai.
Okay, no, that's suspicious, though.
That's crazy suspicious. This is definitely our guy then, right?
That's true. We haven't determined his abilities as a writer yet.
Oh no, who wants to be the sacrificial lamb and buy his novel?
If he really is just some freakishly talented writer, then the jail here has nothing to do with him, and he earned all that praise, right?
But there's still a chance he's our monarch too, ain't there?
That's what we're gonna find out. Tomorrow, we'll go into town and see what intel we can dig up. If he's the monarch, then there's a good chance we'll run into some victims who've had their hearts changed, just like in Shibuya.
Oh yeah, we should probably let Inspector Gramps know too, huh?
Ah yes, my favorite show, Inspector Gramps.
Good idea. He might be able to give us some other clues too.
Okay, well, I guess we should all probably hit the hay. We've got a busy day tomorrow.
So, why the hell are we sleeping up top? Might as well be sleeping outside. Ain't it gonna be cramped?
There's nothing we can do. There isn't enough room in the car. Besides, it's not as bad as you say. Back when there were more students at the atelier, it was quite normal for us to sleep huddled together due to lack of space.
Yeah, that's not something to be proud of.
Man, you always keep cool in the weirdest possible way. You know that? Come on, guys, are we really just gonna call it a night? Shouldn't we, all be playing cards till super late or stargazing or something?
Normally, yes, but I suck at Tycoon, so no.
Ain't that the kind of shit we're supposed to do on a big trip like this?
Sleep is fun. I mean, it can be sometimes.
You're missing the point, dude.
I liked how enthusiastic he got about that.
Forget it, Ryuji. We're up early tomorrow anyway, so you'd better get some rest.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot as hell with 3 of us and Morgana, ain't it?
Very true. That fur certainly won't help things either.
Is he in his summer coat yet, or is he gonna be shedding everywhere?
Oh, what do you want from me? I can't help that I'm a cat. Not that I'm actually a cat, though.
Again, caught yourself.
Guys, shut up.
Okay, this right here, this is actually super relatable to me. So, back when I was in, elementary school and we went for, a camp, I hated the fact that, everybody else in my cabin would just not sleep and would just be talking all night when I was trying to sleep. So I was armed, like, right now. And I actually left in the middle of the night, went to the teachers, and asked them to put me in a different cabin.
Shit. Sorry.
Wrong. Not like that. Like this. This.
Okay, if Cassandra Lee Morris made that purr noise, that's talent, but I feel like, you know, having a cat helps you sleep sometimes. And until she wakes you up at like 6 a.m. in the morning by tapping your face to be fed. I'm sure most cat owners can relate.
Awesome!
Aww.
Yeah, so this is something that I've always found when going on holidays. Usually your first night in an unfamiliar place is always the worst. After that, it tends to get better, but I think there's just some kind of natural instinct in humans to be like, okay, I'm in an unfamiliar environment. I need to be alert in case something tries to kill me here. Like, just kind of a primal thing. Yeah, so Tanabata is actually pretty iconic to Sendai for reasons that I will need to bring up my notes to talk about. But Tanabata gets elaborated on later on in this game, so I'll have plenty of time to talk about it later.
Yeah.
The main thing I know about Tanabata is that Jirachi is based on it, and I still love this song. So, Sendai, for real this time! Prince of Nightmare. Yeah, that's what that says, so, yeah. I just realized that the van is down there. This is my first time noticing the camper is there in the car park. That's actually really cool. Hope nobody steals our spot. But okay, we've got an investigation sequence. But first, what's important is
What'll it be?
recipes. Some cooking recipes can be sold in local shops. This is why I saved my money from Tokyo. Don't worry, you can't miss them, but as you can see in the screenshot, they're a lot more expensive if you miss them, so let's go ahead and grab this.
Here you are. Thanks again.
What a coincidence. What in heaven?
And so we've unlocked that recipe, and we can buy gyutan here, or beef tongue. I recommend grabbing some of that. Gyutan bento is good. I'd need to save some money, though. Because, yeah, we can't go back to Mount Alba Park yet. There is a recipe over there I need to get to. Probably best to check the bookstore.
Take a look.
Now, this is interesting. This increases the showtime gauge.
Come again.
Oh, you know what? I'll get one of them.
Take a look. You picked here. Thank you very much.
Rumble Grumble, are you a moblin? Buy every last one of them. Well, actually, that's kind of fitting considering he's voiced by Mael Byleth.
What did you say? Really?
I miss when voice actors came to Australia and I could get signatures. Haven't really been any major voice actors that I've wanted to see come out to conventions here in a long time. I think Veronica Taylor came once. Maybe I should get her to sign my copy of Reboot Camp. I might be the only one who's ever done that. Yeah, that does seem like a pretty big crowd. Although the whole buying multiple copies thing just makes me think. So I've recently been cleaning out my bookcases at home, and I realized that I had 3 copies of The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, a book that I hate. Hate. Like, horrendous depiction of autism. Like, awful. I can't believe that book was ever popular. I think the author eventually apologized for it. But yeah, this guy talking about his honey pie, remember him, he will be a little important later. I say a little important because it's a side quest, not the main story. Big Acho. Just makes me think of like Bigachu from Don't they call something Bigachu in the Pokemon anime? Yeah, there's a Velvet Room here, but not gonna check it out just yet. So, welcome to the arcade. There are some shops here that blend in very well with the background that are quite easy to miss. Yeah, that is an actual thing in Sendai.
By the way,
I guess it does seem a little more crowded than Shibuya.
So,
Sorry, no. There are actually some things that you can do to gain bonding points in the overworld, but I don't think that's one of them. Q-Ton ice cream? I've heard of chocolate bananas, but not that. People are more interested in him than his writing. That doesn't bode well.
What you looking for? Thanks.
Okay, that guy's great too. A lot of the shopkeepers in this game are great. I thought you were Makoto for a second. Well, I mean, you're one of the few people who has their head on straight here. True. Okay, yeah, this shop. This shop can be quite easy to miss. Bamboo Yorkan and Gyutan ice cream. Best eaten once a year. Because you will never want to try it again. Okay, so this general store right here. No, just like Alice, and just as Morgana was saying.
Greetings.
You can buy, plus 20 SPs. That's actually pretty cheap for plus 20 SP.
Have you made? Thank you for your
Take that one.
return.
This right here is a useful shop because chilled pineapple gives you SP. So you can buy 3 of them in one sitting.
Something is amiss.
Yep, it is the Attack of the Simps again.
Greetings.
Oh no, that's the same general store. We were already there. There's a different general store here that I do want to remember. This vending machine is unusable for some reason, which is horrifying. Yakisoba. No, that's just regular healing. Looks like there is a usable vending machine here, but it's a little hidden. Oh yeah, this is like, oh holy crap, the former boss's daughter is in here.
my.
So some stores are seeing better business and some are seeing worse business. Oh right, yeah, that'd be bad.
Could it be?
So apparently this is like rumored to happen when a new Dragon Quest game comes out in Japan. Yeah, so this right here, Gyutan Burger. Remember when I said that the next place we'd be visiting has the best Big Bang branch in all of Japan? This is why.
Hi, welcome.
Gyutan Burger gives Mataru Kaja
Will this be a to-go order?
for only 520 yen. Yes, please.
So much.
You can't buy many of them at one time, but I highly recommend grabbing these when you can.
Will this be a thank you so much?
Like, generally one of the best healing items you can get at this point. That free Mataru Kaja is insane. Okay, here we go. Here's a vending machine. Yes, SP. It's actual juiced beef tongue, but still, SP is SP. Huh. Oh, yeah, that kind of sucks. That old thing of like, oh yeah, what's the point? There's other people out there who are doing things way better than I am and getting better views and stuff, you know.
Hey.
But interesting. Suspicions of plagiarism, that's new. And that's the last thing we needed, but I don't want to leave just yet.
All right.
Yeah, not done seeing the sights just yet, because all the way back here, I missed this in my first playthrough.
We've got what you need.
You can buy cooking ingredients here, including coffee beans.
So that's what you're getting?
Coffee beans are super rare, get them while you can.
Thank you very
And while I'm here, I'm gonna buy out their entire stock.
So that's what you're getting. Can you hold? We recommend. Can you hold all that? I'll be waiting for it.
Yes, indeed, we're an RPG protagonist, so we can hold all that. And let's just walk back here. I think I've done everything that I need to. And so it is time for the book signing of Doom.
That smug bastard's being promoted all over the place. Like I'm going insane.
That's quite a crowd for a book signing.
Oh, there's so many people. I think I'm gonna throw up. Is he gonna give out his keyword for Emma and change everyone's hearts like Alice did? We should keep an eye on him for now.
Natsume-san, I just wanted to say thank you for putting out such wonderful work all the time. I was so touched by your book. I ended up buying 50 copies.
Yeah, well, I bought 100. Some to read, some to collect, some to give out, and some to...
Wallpaper your house with?
My goodness. Thank you. I'm flattered.
Reading your book somehow gives me hope, courage to keep going. I won't rest until each and every one of my friends knows about your book.
Well, I have said that I want my book to reach as many people as possible. I can't help but feel guilty, though. Be sure you don't overdo it.
No, it's okay. I'm helping you because I want to.
I heard the reason he started writing novels was for this poor girl who's bedridden in the hospital.
Yeah, that sounds like a made-up bunch of crap to me.
Supposedly, he wanted her to keep fighting so she could one day see him finish his novel.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. He's just so compassionate. It's like he's a saint.
I know, that story alone's enough to make me cry. I guess even real life is like a novel sometimes. We have to tell the whole world about Ango Natsume's good deeds. I'd expected as much, but he's really popular.
Do you think that bit about the girl in the hospital is for real?
Dude didn't seem like the type, if you ask me.
I don't think Natsume said anything resembling a keyword.
Could it be because he really isn't a monarch? Or perhaps he's just being careful.
If he is the monarch, maybe everyone here's already had their hearts changed.
Meaning he wouldn't need to give out his keyword. Hey, Inari, what's that you've been reading?
Ango Natsume's novel, Prince of Nightmares.
Welp, I guess we just found our sacrificial lamb.
Inari? You actually bought that thing?
I mean, I'm morbidly curious.
Yes, I suppose that's fine. I was just curious as to whether or not the book was truly deserving of the fervent praise it's received.
Well, how is it? Is it good?
How should I put it? For any creative work, one should be able to feel some sense of its creator's passion. No matter how crude or unrefined the work may be, there should always be some sort of spark present to those engaging with it. I'm not terribly well versed in the literary arts, but I feel nothing when reading this book.
Oh, that is the worst kind of feeling. I mean, so bad is good, it's one thing, but this?
The sentences are formed well enough, but what's here is shockingly hollow. It's as if these words have been taken from someone else and given the most bare minimum coat of paint possible.
Let me see. Oh, wow. This line here is lifted from an anime from 2 years ago. The words got changed a bit, but that's definitely it. Sneaky.
Yeah, trust the anime nerd to be able to pick this stuff up.
I think I've seen this one before, too. And this one. Sheesh. This one, too. Wait. Is this whole book just a bunch of stuff he ripped off and strung together? If the original writers, or worse, their fans, ever saw this, there'd be a frickin' riot online.
I can't possibly fathom how such a fraudulent piece of work garnered this much praise. That is, unless the fans had their desires stolen.
all that we know now. Safe to say there's definitely something going on here.
If only we knew the keyword, we can investigate the jail for ourselves.
Think we should ask some of his fans? They've all had their desires taken, right?
If this is anything like the situation in Shibuya, I doubt they'll tell us anything.
Guess we're kinda stuck then. Have we heard anything from Gramps yet?
That's Inspector Gramps to you.
He said he'd be here by tonight. Maybe he learned something.
All right then. I guess we should go ahead and wait for Inspector Hasagawa then.
There we go, she gets it.
Hold on. Why do you think Natsume wrote this novel? So it's all about money, is that it? You may be right. It wouldn't make much sense if that weren't the case. No matter how much praise your work receives, if it was built on the backs of others, then you cannot truly call that praise your own. Those compliments will surely ring empty. Anyone in the arts should know this. That is why I don't understand. What was he thinking when he wrote this novel?
What are you two doing? Let's get going.
My apologies. It wasn't my intention to hold you up. Let's be off.
So, while the last arc focused on Arn, now it's Yusuke's time in the spotlight. Another character who was neglected in the original game. See? They listened with Strikers. It's a big theme.
Pretty nice ride you've got here. And I gotta say, I didn't expect Sendai to be on the agenda. How'd you know there was a jail here?
Morgana's now the one with the fan, that's cool.
Well, about that.
I smelled it.
You smelled it?
Anyways, have you learned anything new?
Yes. Ango Natsume, right? Yeah, he's suspicious all right. His book's been selling like crazy, but only here in Sendai. Most of the other stuff I've heard lines up with what you guys told me.
I'm guessing that in everywhere but Sendai, the book is not getting good revals.
Anyhow, I did some asking around, and here's what I found. Apparently, everyone in Natsume's little fan club becomes friends with him through Emma. And once that happens, they start buying his book any and every chance they get. Some even go into debt because of it.
Yeah, seems pretty guilty to me.
Any of this sound familiar?
It's just like what happened with Alice.
He might have different methods from Alice Hiragi, but I'm almost certain Natsume's using the same power.
In that case, we really need to get our hands on his keyword.
Can't we just nab this shithead and make him cough it up?
Do that? And I would have to arrest you for assault. You can ramble on about jails all you want. Best case scenario is you getting dragged off to a mental institution.
Ah, right.
Well, we're phantom thieves, so going at it directly's not preferred anyway.
Ah, there goes Beauty Thief. Always trying to be elegant and subtle and stuff.
Beauty what?
It's a long story.
My name is Beauty Thief.
I see. She's really calling herself that?
Getting back on track, we gotta think of a way to get that keyword.
That's where I come in. You better thank me for this later.
For what?
Natsume's holding a party tonight in celebration of Prince of Nightmares passing over 1 million in sales. And I just happen to have enough invitations for all of you, which means...
We're crashing a party?
Hey, that sounds fun as hell, don't you think?
Wouldn't you like to know? Better to keep you in the dark, but let's just say I know a guy. So what do you think? Glad we struck a deal?
You did pretty good, Gramps.
Yeah, nice one, Gramps.
I must admit, I'm seeing you in a whole new light, Gramps.
Yeah, you really came through, Gramps.
I knew we could count on you, Gramps son.
The Gramps son makes it.
Come on, guys. At least call me by my name.
Don't feel bad, Gramps.
And Sophie chiming in too. So the Phantom Thieves' relationship with Zenkichi is great. Like, just amazing. I love it so much.
Thank you all very much for coming today. This is just a small token of my appreciation. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, the sign there writes 1 million as 110,000.
Congratulations, Mr. Natsume. Truly.
It's all thanks to everyone working so hard to push sales. All I did was write.
Hang on. Judging by the models, Tsukasa from Makoto's Confidant? What's he doing here and not in jail?
Oh, you're too modest.
It really is impressive how well you've done, considering the amount of competition there is these days. I know we tried to promote you early on as the grandson of renowned writer Sogo Natsume, but I never would have expected you to perform this well.
The praise you've received is due entirely to your talent, Mr. Natsume. You're a shining star to readers and authors alike.
My talent, you say? Well now, I wouldn't go as far as to say that.
In most cases when someone says this in Japan, it's sort of social obligation politeness, but in this case, it's actually true.
The words on the page matter little. If there's something worth talking about, the people will always flock to it.
Insert joke about modern Disney/Marvel here.
From there, all one needs to do is craft a little story into it, and voila! For example, take that origin story about how I started writing because of some poor girl in the hospital.
Pardon my asking, but is that story really true, Mr. Natsume?
I'm afraid that's my little secret. Truth, fiction, does anyone really care? You might recall Ichiryusai Madarame's confession on TV not too long ago. Surely you remember. His signature piece. What was the name of it?
Oh, do you mean the Sayuri?
Ah, yes, that's it. The Sayuri. That piece was certainly lauded as the pinnacle of beauty at the time. But if you ask me, the only place it belongs now is the trash.
Dick!
The trash? How rude!
He has no idea what was put into that painting. Who does he think he is?
Admittedly, he has no real way of knowing the true origins of that painting, only we do. And we were the ones who chose not to go public with it.
Yusuke, I know how you feel, but...
I'm all right. I have a favor to ask. Would you mind if I handled this one? I promise I'll get the keyword from him.
But...
Yeah, Yusuke's definitely in serious mode now. Let's not interrupt him.
There's a good chance he remembers your faces from the other day. However, I was toward the back of the crowd, so there's a good chance he won't recognize me.
You're also male, so, yeah, his chances of remembering you are lower.
Right. Yusuke might be our best bet here.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'll be off then. Pardon me for interrupting. I happen to be a big fan of yours, Natsume-san.
Who are you?
Forgive me. I was hoping I might trouble you for an autograph.
Hey, Mr. Natsume is a busy man. You can trouble him later.
Come now. I'm sure one autograph won't hurt.
You mean it? My thanks, Natsume-san. You're too kind. To receive an autograph from the great Ango Natsume himself. This honor is truly more than I deserve.
Nonsense. Don't sell yourself short. It's readers like you who allow authors like me to keep writing.
I see. That's a wonderful way to look at it. Oh, right. Do you by any chance use Emma, Natsume-san?
Of course. With how convenient it is, how could I not?
If you don't mind, could you please add me to your friends list? It would be a privilege to be closer to one I respect so greatly.
Not at all. My fans and readers mean the world to me. The keyword is Prince of Nightmares.
Well, that was easy to figure out.
Thank you very much. Expect a request from me sometime soon. Now, there is one more thing. I overheard you and your entourage mention the Sayuri earlier. If I'm not mistaken, you said it should be thrown out with the trash, as though it were some cheap attempt.
Ah, so you heard that, did you? Is that what I said? Well, I take it someone of your taste agrees with me. In the end, that painting only held value because of whose name was attached to it. Madarame had...
The Sayuri was painted by my mother. This may be unprofessional of me, but professionalism be damned. My mother painted the Sayuri at the cost of her own life. It is her final masterpiece. That painting was crafted with a love that simply cannot be found anywhere else. Don't you dare lump it in with that soulless drivel you cobbled together from authors far more talented than you.
Hey, you can't!
I merely spoke the truth. Now, if you'll excuse me. We've got what we came for. Let's head outside, yes?
And I thought Yusuke was an ice user.
Soulless drivel? That little bastard. What the hell does he know?
Yeah, it's all right, Mr. Natsume. He's just, looking to blame you for something because he's jealous of your genius. Don't let him get to you.
Shut up!
No matter. He'll come around just like the rest.
My apologies. I couldn't hold myself back. I suppose I still have much to learn.
I mean, a lesser person would have decked him in the face, so I'd say that was pretty impressive.
Dude, don't sweat it. Everything worked out. We got the keyword, so we're all good.
Yeah, you did great. I was actually pretty impressed with how you stood up to him.
Well, I can't say my assessment of his book was entirely correct. Whatever someone feels from a work of art, no matter what that work may be, ultimately comes down to the individual.
Yusuke is saying things that the entire collective internet should realize.
Yeah, well, for what it's worth, we all loved seeing you stick it to that creepy Nari.
In any case, we've got the keyword now. All that's left is to find our entry point.
Sendai Station would be a good place to look. How come? The smell isn't as strong there. The security's probably more lax. The station should be a safe point of entry, just like in Shibuya.
So I guess we're doing it then.
Yeah, we've got everything we need. Tomorrow, that jail's getting a visit from the Phantom Thieves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're getting into things. Already.
Hey, there's something I wanted to ask you. Yusuke might have been acting calm just now, but he seemed rather sad. Why was that?
It's called Tranquil Fury, according to TV tropes. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So when someone disrespects something important to you, it makes you more sad than angry. At the very least, Yusuke seemed to feel that way. I think I'm starting to understand him a little better now. Thank you for explaining that to me.
Yeah, the way all of these, explaining the concepts of emotions to an AI, it works for the Persona franchise. And speaking of the Persona franchise,
I've been waiting for
hi
you.
Velvet Room, and it works for the way this game's story goes. Like, it's a common trope with AI characters, but I think it works quite well here.
The desires in this place have been stolen as well. The voices of countless hearts are stirring about. At the same time, I can feel the threat of the calamity is only growing stronger. I have called you here to deliver important news. The bonds you have forged will now impart an even greater power to your personas. This new power, it seems it was born from a connection you've made during your travels. This will become the sustenance that will further nurture your potential. Cherish it dearly. I admit I'm somewhat jealous. There is no doubt that they will give you the strength needed to cut through fate.
Well, if Elizabeth is any indicator, Velvet Room attendants do go on their own journeys. Ah, okay, we've unlocked these. These are actually kinda useful, especially the increased chance of status ailments and the duration of buffs and debuffs.
May luck be on your side.
And that's a reused voice clip from your generic Velvet Room quote. But anyway, next time we enter the Sendai jail.